Talent Management, Surgashine, and Aldo University. Reliability is the regularity of amounts or stability of measurements over a variety of conditions in which the same results should be obtained. Validity is how well measurements are calculated and what is supposed to be calculated. But reliability is how accurate the collected data. Validity is how valid is the collected data. Can the information that is collected be trusted? Measurement errors are either in the form of systematic error or random error. Error consists of measurements in error each time data is collected. Random error happens when the data is correct, however, the recording of the data could be incorrect. Randomness or unreliability of the overall test results. Different situational factors that can influence measurements cause random errors. Is that the tester might not feel well, guesses the answer, or examiners using different approaches. The research is then limited by the reliability of the results of the credibility, which is used and can question whether or not the results are necessary a valid measure. It is possible to have a very reliable measurement that is not valid. Reliability is a necessary but not sufficient condition of validity. The measure of association is the most used technique for reliability. To estimate reliability in behavioral research uses the test-retest method. Concerns with reliability testing are equivalent stability over time and internal consistencies. Alternative form technique used to estimate reliability is similar to the test and retest method. The difference between the two is that alternative forms measure the different measures of a behavior testing that is collected at different times. If the relationship with the alternative form is low, it could mean there is an error in the measurements. A split in half approach is another method used to test reliability. The approach is done by splitting the results in half, then checking the two new measures using the same behavior and is measured in the same period. There are two methods the split in half approach uses that is more favorable than the test-retest process. First, the effects of memory does not operate with this approach. It is usually less expensive and more affordable to attain than overtime data. The disadvantage to the split half approach is that the test must be parallel measures. Validity is the concern of the meaningfulness of the research data. Statistical conditions validity deals with the relationship between being tested. There are some significant threats to statistical conclusion validity, such as low statistical power, violations of assumption, reliability of measures, reliability of threat, random irrelevance in the experimental setting, and and random heterogeneity of respondents. Internal validity addresses the validity of the research. The data that is collected, is it a true representative of the work environment, or is it the information bias? Or is the information bias? Construct validity is how well theories, ideas, and behaviors are translated or transformed into a functional and operating concept. When demonstrating constructive construct validity, there are six validity types: face validity, content validity, concurrent, predictive validity, and con- covariant and discriminant. The six types of constructive validity are then split into two categories: translation validity and criterion related validity. Translation validity validates the data on whether the operationals reflects the true meaning of the content. Translation validity reviews the accuracies of a theory using subjective judgment. Phase validity examines the content domain and content validity. Phase validity is how an organization review personal assessment on innate abilities. Phase validity is considered a weak form of construct validity. References.